Hello, this is Tu again. Welcome to 2021. In this video, I'm going to show you how to chart your marketing costs using Excel file. So we'll turn right to the Excel file. So in this particular Excel file, I pre-filled the information in already just to speed up the video. In this column A here, you'll have what I call the month and the different month that you have. And in this column or this section here is what I mainly use in direct mailing. So in each direct mailing, there's a particular categories that I market to, and that's the Central Valley, specific zip code, the different combination of zip code, and the city itself. Down here is actually the total for that marketing campaign. So as you can see here, this is the total for this area here. This here is the total for that. And this is the total of this particular marketing campaign. Going over here to column F, if you do cold calling, you have VAs, you can put those numbers in. I don't have a VA, so I don't put those numbers in. I do use my cell phone call, but I don't consider that into my cold calling. So regarding text messages, I do use text message to do some sort of text blasting. I would mark those down here. Any other costs, it could be in this column in terms of bird dogging fees, just the different referral fees that you put in here. So in the column I, it's actually the total marketing cost for that particular month, right? So as you can go in here, it's the sum of this whole section here. So same here, right? And then same here. So once you're able to add all those together, down here is a tally of how much 2019 was. And these are just pretty much arbitrary numbers for what I do. So, don't be surprised of, how much it costs, how little it is, or, whatever the matter is. It might be too much for some of you guys, it might be too little for some companies, but the concept is pretty much the same here, right? So the average marketing cost, right? So in this particular case, we don't have a month. This is actually the average of the 2 month. And as you go down here, the marketing costs started to increase, right? And you want to have a goal, right? So the point of a goal is you want to try to reduce your marketing costs. And the point of that is that, let's say if you're a wholesaling company and throughout the whole year, you only made one contract for 10,000 and you spend 12,000 on marketing. Well, you're still technically underwater in that particular case. So that's why it's always good to have goals to understand where you to reduce the cost, the marketing cost. So once you pre-filled all these information in for your particular case, your company, you can go in and chart these, right? So the way I chart it is pretty much I just go in and insert, depending on what edition of Excel you have, it might vary a little bit. So I go into Excel, I do a double column, 2D, go in here, you can pretty much select the data, right? So in here, I like to add this in. So series name, I like to add the month, right? In this particular case, we add the month here. You select the month, click enter, so it starts to show, right? So go click enter here, and you want to add more in, right? So you want to have, I generally look at the total marketing costs instead of the individual campaign. So I'll go to total marketing, I'll select what it is, click enter, right? So we'll take that out. Actually, I made a boo-boo here. Let's move this one. So then this shows how much the marketing cost is, right? This one should be the particular month, right? So it shows you what the months are, and then you keep adding, right? So in here, you'll click add, and then you want to figure out what your average is. That's the name, right? So series name, and then series value, click here, and then you select the value. These are my value, okay? And then you'll see the second blue chart showed up, okay? So I'll add the third chart. So this one is the goal, and same thing, go here, and now you have 3 columns, right? So click OK. So what you want to do is you want to change some of these charts so that it helps you to read better, right? So we'll open this up a little bit. Keep moving the inner sheet. I'm gonna click out here. So the way I do it is I'll go in here. I will change format data series, and I will make that, actually now we're doing a double overlay. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta fumble, and I wouldn't say fumble, but you know, it's very difficult to figure out where each of these are located. Change chart, there we go. So then when we go in here, we change, so the first one is our bar chart, and then you want to have a line chart for this particular average. So you can choose any of these line charts. So you can have something like this, right? Same with the goal chart. So the goal chart should also have a line, particular line. In this case, let me see, there we go. Let's use this one. Should be this one. Okay, so this gray one should be consistently at 800. So I think there's a, gotta figure that out. Give me a second here. Make it a second axis. Second axis throws it over here. So let's go up here. Let's format the data again. So the other thing too is that you got to make sure this is also a combo, right? So once it's a combo, okay, so supposed to use this one, line with average marker. There we go. So then what that does is it'll allow you to read what type of information is on there. So I'm very particular about how a chart looks too. And normally I'll go in here and I'll start adding the title, the data label. Actually, I don't like this one, it's too cluttered, but I like this one. So a chart to me should always have title, right? So it could be something like 2019 marketing costs, and over here is dollar, and then down here is your month, right? So the way you read this chart is that, so the way you read this chart, the orange bar shows you how much it costs for that month, right? Same here for this one here too, and then this one here, right? And then your blue line here is your average, right? So as you can see, the average started going up. And then your goal is this gray one. And you could play with the colors and whatnot. So, you know, using this becomes your KPI, which is your key performance indicator for your marketing costs. And, you know, this is less clutter than this over here, looking at a chart if you read this, right? So if I was reviewing this, I would like to understand why the cost of marketing increased for the month of April, right? So if you look at the data for April as you dive into what caused this, just at a very high level, right? You should be able to see that, hey, you know what, our campaign started to overlap with another particular one, right? So those are just ideas on how you can look at a KPI at a high level. So, you know, I hope that helps. You know, it's just real fast put together. If you guys got any question, reach out and I will help you guys to the best of my ability. Thank you.